Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Lewis Speaks 2022, and today I want to talk to you all about moving on and severing ties with people that no longer honor the person that you are or the person that you're trying to become. You know, it's really difficult when you find that you have to sever ties with people who no longer speak to the person that you are, the person that you're trying to become, but it's oftentimes necessary. You know, we are approaching winter, and like many seasons, we all go through changes. And sometime that requires us to shed the dead weight that's dragging us down in our lives. And oftentimes this is hard to do. You know, with some people, it's easier because we can see the negative effect that they're having on our lives and we can just detach from them. Simple. But there are other people who they haven't really done anything to us, but we know that they're not really good for us. They're not really in our best interest. They don't really help us to grow and realize our full potential. So we have to separate from them. And that's not easy. You know, that's not easy, especially when someone has not done anything particularly wrong to us. But we just realize that their energy, their spirit is not feeding us, is not giving us the tools that we need to grow and develop and realize our full potentials. So it's necessary that we have that conversation, you know? And that conversation can go like this. You can let the person know that, you know, I don't have anything against you, but right now I just feel like you don't, or you're not able to hold the space that I need. You don't have the capacity to really be present for me in a way that I need. And so I'm going to have to find that. And there's nothing wrong with feeling this way. You have to, for one, get rid of the shame and the guilt that you feel, because a lot of times you feel and you cycle through periods of grief, guilt, shame. You blame yourself, you blame the other person. It's not about blame. It's about taking responsibility and accountability for your life and for your needs. You know, a lot of people are not able to give us what we need. They don't have the wherewithal. They don't have the tools. They don't have the capacity to care about us in a way that's really, really helpful. And so we have to go out there and find the relationships that will nurture our spirits, that will heal us, that will bring us to that level that we need. And the thing about it is, you know, you go as far as you can with certain people, and then you realize that no hard feelings. We had some great moments, some great experiences, but in this next season of my life, I'm going to need something different. I'm going to need a care and a concern that's more than they're able to give. You know, a lot of us, you know, we need higher levels of care. You know, while in your 20s, you might need just someone who's an activity buddy or travel buddy. In your 30s and 40s, you might need somebody that's more of a soul friend, someone that's there through the ups and downs, someone that can offer you support, genuine emotional support, not just a change of scenery, not just a trip to the bar, not just an occasional excursion to the mountains. You need somebody who's going to provide you with insight, guidance, spiritual just spiritual reinforcement. Are your friends able to provide you with that spiritual reinforcement? You know, if they're not, that's okay, because everybody has different relationships. You know, they have different levels within their relationships of what they're getting. So if you're comfortable with that, that's wonderful. You know, me personally, in this season of my life, I need people who are spiritually in tune. I need people who can correct me spiritually from the Word of God, the Bible. I need people who can offer insight. I need people who can be there for me emotionally and provide that support. You know, just somebody who is just going to the bar with me or just going on some random excursion. That's not enough for me anymore. That's not enough. And I think that we all go through seasons where we might need a higher level of care. And me personally, I feel like as my friend, if you are to call yourself my friend, you are going to have to be prepared to grow with me. And while you won't always understand every season that I'm in, I need my friends to just provide that support no matter what season I'm in, just to be able to provide that support. Or if you don't have it within you, reach out to other people who can, you know, offer that support. Do your research, you know, try for your friends. Don't just leave them out in the cold. But I realize that a lot of people, sometimes they're busy, they're depressed, they're going through their own transformation, their own transitions, and sometimes it can be a bit much. So sometimes you have to take a break from your friends. You have to go through and walk that season alone, you know, temporarily. You know, sometimes that's what has to happen. And I used to hate that. I used to get angry. You know, I've had friends in the past who wanted to take a break, and it really made me feel abandoned. It triggered that abandonment wound. And I had to come to terms with that and realize that, yes, it's understandable. People are not always going to be able to give you what you need at the exact moment that you need it. And so it's your responsibility as an adult to get your needs met. That's not being selfish. That's being self-full. It's about being self-full, keeping yourself full so you can offer that support to other people, so you can be present. You can't be present if you're empty inside. You can't. So I'm learning that sometimes you have to take a break from your friends, and you wish them well. You wish them growth, advancement, evolution, transformation, but you also realize that you have needs that they are not able to fill at this moment in time. And so you have to definitely just separate and go out and find your healing. Go out and find like-minded people who share your journey and who share your season, you know? And if you can, put a label on your season. What is this season for you? Is it the season of spiritual evolution? Is it the season of fun? Is it the season of joy? Is it the season of cleansing and clearing out all the negativity? Find a way to put a label on your season, because that'll help you move with more intention. You know, if I want to find, for example, if my season is spiritual evolution, I am going to move with intention and make it my aim to find people who are spiritually woke, people who are spiritually in tune, and I'm going to make sure that I align myself with those people so that way I can get my needs met and also offer the comfort and support. Because it's not one-sided. It's about reciprocity. It's about give and take. It's about mutuality. And so I realized that it's okay, you know, to have that difficult conversation and to do this clearing. It's okay to sever ties with people who are not going your way, because oftentimes you'll find yourself agreeing to things that you don't want to agree to just to keep the relationship. And that's doing your life a disservice. That's keeping you stagnated. That's keeping you stuck. That's why a lot of people, they feel stuck because they don't want to leave their friends behind. They don't want to lose those relationships that they have for years. But the thing about it is that relationship is keeping you stuck. It's keeping you in a state of complacency, you know, a state of inertia. You're not moving, you're not growing, and that's what life is about. It's about growing and realizing your high potential, your highest potential. And I think a lot of people die never having realized their highest potential because they're so busy trying to hold on to their past. They're so busy trying to hold on to the relationships of their past. They're not realizing the promising prospect of their future and even their present. So I think that it's important to kind of do a clearing. You know, you're going to have to trim the tree. You're going to have to uproot yourself, and that's the hardest thing to do sometimes. And you're going to have to walk by faith and trust that you will find your tribe, you will find your place. That's the hardest thing to do, I know. But if you are to grow, if you are to expand and challenge yourself, you have to, there's no other way, you know? So to all my growers out there, to all my people that are interested in evolution, I know this journey is definitely difficult and fraught with so many different fears and anxieties, but at the same time, there are joys and new skills that you pick up, new tools that you adopt that help you unlock new doors and new keys that help you unlock these new doors, you know? So that's what you have to keep in mind also, all the new keys that you're going to be getting to unlock these brand new doors of insight and promise and prospect. Think about those keys and keep moving one step at a time. So I hope that this was helpful, and I wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful 2022. Peace, y'all.